Here, in black, pink and white, are my notes about players that I would recommend that West Ham sign. All they have to do is pull out a few squid game out of the wallet and put the bids in. There's going to be no BPSing from the club, and I expect them to make signings. Those are some hints as to where the player I'm going to talk about is from. And I'm sure West Ham won't Hwang around to help him make a next move in his career. The player is no other than South Korean international Hwang In-beom. You've probably gathered by now that I really love the midfield position. There's so much you can do with it, and it's very adaptable when you're playing in the middle. As a footballer playing in the midfield role, you can revert to so many positions depending on the situation or tempo of the game. In the case of Hwang In-beom, West Ham would get a playmaker and a defensive reinforcement at the same time. This 26-year-old is currently playing for Olympiacos, but his name is constantly cropping up in the headlines in Greece, South Korea, and some other countries in Europe. It looks like he's set for a move away from Greece. But where's he going to end up? Well, he might end up in the East End of London, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to have him in there because there's so much he can offer. Let me refer to my notes as I talk about this player. Hwang had been tipped with a move to Germany when he was very young, but he left his hometown team of Daejeon Citizen and signed for the Vancouver Whitecaps in the MLS. During his time in Canada, he gained popularity for his playmaking and ability to control the ball from deep in the middle. In 2020, he moved to Russia to sign for Rubin Kazan. He became a standout playmaker in the Russian Premier League. Despite showing a lot of positivity and hoping to commit his future to the Russian club, he left after the invasion of Ukraine and moved back to Korea to temporarily play for FC Seoul. He then moved to Olympiacos, where he currently plays. He's always been trusted to put in reliable performances at international level. He was known as one of Paulo Bento's crown princes, in the sense that he was former South Korea head coach Paulo Bento's most trusted guy. He played vital roles in the 2018 Asian Games and in the 2019 Asian Cup. Because of these good performances and the popularity he was gaining in his homeland, he was allowed a discharge from his military service and was allowed to continue playing football. Hwang's role can be best assessed in the national team. He plays as a supporting player in the number 8 role, usually being positioned behind Sung Hun-min and Hwang Hee-chan. He is able to pass the ball to them with a number of different passes and crosses. He usually is asked to run behind them, and then when he is able to make the space and get into the right timing, he makes the passes through to them. This was very effective in the World Cup, and it's a reason why he was often a starter in a more advanced role. He can also play as a deep-sitting defender or a box-to-box midfielder. When he's off the ball, he goes for the traditional defensive role, going into the back five and dropping in as an extra false centre-back. He's able to adapt to the situation as it plays out, so that's just one example, going deeper when he's off the ball, and when he's on the ball, he plays the more box-to-box role. One thing that impressed me a lot was his ability to retain the ball well and take on opponents with the ball at his feet. Instead of immediately making the pass to avoid the pressure being alleviated from him, he ends up passing in short stances or even just keeping the ball himself and keeping the ball in motion. He feels that the longer he is able to keep possession, the longer his team can keep possession, and therefore it will increase the chances of scoring or being able to create a chance. It's quite a common sense approach, really, and that's something that's very good about him. He's versatile, he's strong at the back, and he's trustworthy. His reliability is shown through his performances, and they are testament to the kind of player he is. That's what we like at West Ham, isn't it? We like players who are reliable, stick to their word, and can be trusted on in multiple situations. Hwang In-beom may soon join his compatriots Hwang Yi-chan and Sung Hun-min in the Premier League. He may even be many tube stops away from Sonny should he come to the Irons.